Gentlemen, have you ever wondered what really happens to your prostate if you ejaculate every day? And is it helping or hurting your long-term health? It's a question a lot of men think about, but rarely ask out loud, because for many of us, the prostate is this mysterious gland that we don't pay attention to until it starts causing problems. We hear stories that make us anxious, and often we just ignore the potential warning signs, hoping they'll somehow go away on their own. And let's be honest here, it can be incredibly tough to talk about this topic even with your own doctor, because there's so much stigma out there and so much confusing misinformation floating around. But ignoring your health out of embarrassment or fear is genuinely one of the worst things you can do for your quality of life and your longevity. So today, we're breaking that taboo completely. In this video, we're looking at the real science behind ejaculation frequency and prostate health. We'll uncover the 3 major changes your prostate goes through after the age of 40. And most importantly, I'm going to give you a clear, simple action plan with steps you can start taking today to take control of your prostate health for the long run. And stick around, because one of the tips I'm sharing involves a common food you probably already have in your kitchen, and it's an absolute powerhouse for prostate health. I'm Dr. Laura Bennett, a urologist with over 15 years of experience helping men over 40 navigate these exact concerns with confidence and without shame. And if you believe men deserve honest, evidence-based health information, hit like right now, drop a comment telling me where you're watching from, and subscribe, because this channel is dedicated to helping you stay strong and healthy at every stage of life. First things first, what even is the prostate and why should you care about it? Think of it as a small walnut-sized gland that sits right below your bladder and wraps around the urethra, which is the tube that carries urine out of your body. And its main job is to produce the fluid that nourishes and transports sperm, making it a crucial part of the male reproductive system. For most of a man's younger life, it does its job quietly in the background without causing any issues. But here's the key thing to understand. As we get older, particularly after 40, the prostate has a natural tendency to grow, and this is a completely normal part of aging for the vast majority of men. When it does grow, it can start to squeeze the urethra, which leads to some of those classic annoying symptoms that many men start to notice. Things like having difficulty starting to urinate or experiencing a weak stream, waking up multiple times during the night to go to the bathroom, and that deeply frustrating feeling that your bladder is never completely empty, no matter how hard you try. And if any of this sounds familiar, you're definitely not alone, because millions of men experience these exact symptoms. So let's get to the heart of it. The question you clicked on this video to hear answered: is frequent ejaculation, whether from masturbation or with a partner, actually good or bad for your prostate health? The science on this is actually pretty fascinating, and I want to share it with you clearly. A landmark study published in the prestigious journal European Urology, which followed thousands of men for nearly 2 decades, found a very strong and consistent link. Men who ejaculated more frequently, specifically around 21 or more times per month, had a significantly lower risk of developing prostate cancer compared to men who ejaculated only 4 to 7 times per month. And we're talking about a real measurable difference here, roughly 30% lower risk in the higher frequency group. The leading theory behind this protective effect is something called the prostate flushing hypothesis, and the idea is beautifully simple. With each ejaculation, the prostate gets flushed out, and this process helps clear out old cells and potentially harmful substances or carcinogens that might otherwise build up in the gland over time and trigger inflammation or the development of abnormal cells. It's essentially like cleaning out the pipes regularly to prevent dangerous buildup, and this natural flushing mechanism is one of your body's built-in protective systems. But here's the critical part, and I really want you to hear this clearly. Frequent ejaculation is not a magic bullet that somehow protects you all by itself. It's just one piece of a much larger health puzzle. And you cannot eat poorly, avoid exercise, skip your doctor's appointments, and think that masturbation alone will protect you from prostate problems. It's a helpful factor, yes, but it absolutely has to be part of a complete, healthy lifestyle that includes nutrition, movement, stress management, and regular medical screening. So beyond ejaculation frequency, what's actually happening inside your body as you age, and what changes should you be aware of? Let me walk you through the 3 major changes your prostate goes through after 40. First is enlargement and fluid retention. As I mentioned, the prostate naturally grows with age in a condition known as benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH. And this isn't cancer, but it's what causes most of those urinary symptoms I described earlier. And as the gland gets bigger, it can also become less efficient at expelling its fluids, leading to retention. And this creates a constant feeling of pressure or discomfort in the pelvic region, and can lead to chronic low-grade inflammation, which is a key driver of so many health problems throughout the body. The second major change is related to hormonal shifts that happen gradually as men age. Your testosterone levels naturally begin to decline, starting around age 30 and continuing through your 40s, 50s, and beyond. And at the same time, your body converts some of that remaining testosterone into a much more potent hormone called dihydrotestosterone, or DHT. And high levels of DHT are known to stimulate the prostate cells to multiply, which directly contributes to its enlargement. And this hormonal imbalance is a major factor driving prostate changes that you need to understand and address. And the third major change is an increased risk of cellular abnormalities developing over time. And think of it like this: every single day, your body is replacing old, worn-out cells with fresh new ones. And over decades, with literally billions of cell divisions happening, there's a higher statistical chance that a mistake can happen in the DNA copying process, leading to the growth of abnormal or potentially cancerous cells. And the combination of chronic inflammation, hormonal changes, and the simple factor of age and accumulated cell divisions means the risk of developing conditions like prostate cancer increases significantly. And this is exactly why being proactive and getting screened regularly is not just a good idea. It's genuinely essential for catching problems early when they're most treatable. Now that you understand what's happening inside your body, let's talk about what you can actually do about it. And here's your 4-pillar action plan for maintaining a healthy prostate for decades to come. Pillar number 1 is annual medical checkups, and this is absolutely non-negotiable. Starting around age 40 or whatever age your doctor recommends based on your personal and family history, you need to be seeing a urologist for an annual checkup. And this includes 2 key things: the PSA blood test, which measures a specific protein in your blood that can indicate prostate problems, and the digital rectal exam, or DRE, which I know is the one everyone fears and jokes about. But let's be adults about this for a moment. It's a 15-second procedure that can literally save your life by detecting abnormalities early. It doesn't define your masculinity or make you any less of a man. Your health is what actually matters here, and early detection is the single most important factor in successfully treating prostate cancer with minimal side effects. So please don't let embarrassment or outdated stigma keep you from getting this simple screening that could add decades to your life. Pillar number 2 is following an anti-inflammatory diet, because you absolutely have to give your body the right fuel to function optimally and fight disease. And this means significantly reducing or avoiding foods that cause systemic inflammation, like red meat, especially processed meats, heavily processed packaged foods, fried foods, and excess sugar, which is hiding in so many products. And instead, you want to load up on colorful vegetables, fresh fruits, and healthy fats found in things like avocados, raw nuts, wild-caught fish, and extra virgin olive oil. And now for that secret weapon I promised you at the beginning: tomatoes. And tomatoes are absolutely packed with a powerful antioxidant called lycopene, which has been shown in numerous peer-reviewed studies to be incredibly protective for the prostate. And here's a pro tip that most men don't know: lycopene is actually better absorbed by your body when tomatoes are cooked rather than eaten raw. So things like tomato sauce, tomato paste, and even organic ketchup without added sugar can be genuinely great for your prostate health, and I recommend including tomato-based foods in your diet at least 3 to 4 times per week for maximum protective benefit. Pillar number 3 is consistent physical activity, and you don't need to become a marathon runner or spend hours in the gym, but you do need to move your body consistently and intentionally, and aim for at least 30 minutes of moderate activity, like brisk walking, swimming, or cycling most days of the week. And strength training is also fantastic for regulating hormones naturally and maintaining healthy testosterone levels as you age. And there's one specific exercise you should absolutely know about that directly benefits your prostate: Kegel exercises. And these strengthen your pelvic floor muscles, which are the hidden muscles that support your bladder and prostate while improving urinary control and even sexual function. And they're incredibly simple to do. You can do them anywhere without anyone knowing. And to perform them correctly, you simply tighten the same muscles you would use to stop urinating midstream. Hold back contraction for 3 to 5 seconds, then release and relax. And repeat this 10 to 15 times, and do this routine 2 to 3 times daily, and you'll notice significant improvements in bladder control and pelvic strength within just a few weeks. And pillar number 4 is proper hydration, which sounds almost too simple, but it's absolutely crucial for prostate and urinary health. Drinking enough clean water throughout the day helps dilute your urine, reducing irritation to the bladder and urethra. Keeps your entire urinary system functioning smoothly and efficiently, and helps flush out toxins and waste products that can accumulate and cause inflammation. And aim for around 2 to 3 liters of water per day, depending on your body size and activity level. And it's a small habit that takes almost no effort but has a genuinely huge impact on your long-term health. So let me wrap this all up clearly for you. Caring for your prostate isn't something to put off until symptoms become severe or unbearable. It's an essential part of taking charge of your health as a man and ensuring you have a high quality of life filled with vitality and confidence for decades to come. And breaking the silence around these topics and getting informed with accurate science-based information is the most powerful first step you can take. Your health is ultimately your responsibility and no one else's, and taking consistent action based on what you've learned today is the most powerful thing you can do for your future self. So here's exactly what I want you to do starting this week. Pick one pillar from the 4 I just shared, just one, and commit to implementing it consistently for the next 30 days. Maybe you schedule that overdue checkup with a urologist. Maybe you start adding tomatoes to 3 meals per week. Maybe you commit to a daily 15-minute walk. Or maybe you practice Kegel exercises twice a day while brushing your teeth. Choose one action that feels doable right now and make it non-negotiable for 30 days. And I promise, you'll start noticing changes not just in how your body feels, but in your confidence and sense of control over your health. And once that first habit is solid and automatic, add the second pillar, then the third, and before you know it, you'll have built a complete prostate protective lifestyle that supports you for the rest of your life. If this video helped you understand your prostate health better, please hit that like button right now so it reaches more men who need this information. And share it with a friend or family member who needs to hear this message, because you could literally be saving someone's life by breaking the silence. And be sure to subscribe for more evidence-based health advice just like this, delivered without shame or judgment. And for today's comment, I want to hear from you. What's one healthy habit you're going to start this week to protect your prostate? Tell me in the comments below so we can support each other and hold each other accountable, because we're all in this together. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay strong and stay healthy.